Hello team, we are going to talk about the 48-hour callbacks and what we can do to lower our chances of receiving complaints regarding our installation in the 2-day period after the installation. We invited 2 of our top technicians to share some of their experiences with customers. The protocol to avoid callbacks has 3 parts. The first part is the ETA, which is the estimated time of arrival. Before heading to a job, a tech should call the customer and give an estimated time of arrival.
First thing first is I call the customer, let the customer know I'm on my way, I'll be there shortly, and I'll make sure that she's okay with it, or he okay with it.
Note that a complaint about a delayed installation falls into the 48-hour callback category. Thus, the ETA phone call is extremely important.
They always appreciate the fact that you call in advance to let them know that you're coming, because sometimes they might be doing their personal stuff, so they don't want you to just come in and knock at the door without knowing they were about to get somebody coming.
Next, we have the walkthrough inside the home. This is the time we spend showing every detail of the installation. As a tech, you might have to do more than one walkthrough with the customer during your visit so you can verify that the customer understands what's going to be done and what's being done.
Make sure it's okay before I start drilling anything, and make sure this is what the customer ordered, how many boxes the customer needed, and make sure that's what I have in the work order.
I always ask them where you're gonna put the TV, so that way, if the wire needs to be one a certain way, so we can make sure that it's okay with them.
Also, make sure you wear your boot covers before you enter the customer's home. Remember, the protocol to avoid callbacks is all about creating a trust relationship between you and the customer.
Greeting the customer with a great smile, that kind of sends a signal to the customer, and they start getting comfortable. You know, with telling them your name, how long you're gonna be here, this is what you're gonna do, kind of make them feel comfortable. Tell them if they have anything. Don't feel afraid to interrupt, ask any question that they might have.
So for the customer to be comfortable with you, it starts from the way you're wearing. You make sure you're clean, you're wearing your booties, and main key is smiling. Because if you get into the customer house, you look like you're angry. So there's no point it's gonna feel like comfortable to start asking you questions.
Another crucial good practice is customer education. Here, a tech verifies that the customer knows how to use the equipment. Great attention should be given to the Wi-Fi network settings. Validate the customer comprehends that the settings in his or her devices might need to be updated.
We have to explain the customer how to connect to their Wi-Fi. They have to set the Wi-Fi name and the Wi-Fi password and make sure they be able to log into it before we leave. And also checking all the remotes and all the TVs. Make sure all the remotes are pairing with the TV that they have.
The main thing is about being patient. For young people, you might need to explain 1 or 2 times, but with the whole folks, you might need to go up to 5 times. Because you might explain something in a way and then they ask you a question that is the opposite of what you just explained. So you gotta be patient to start over again for them to assimilate what you're trying to explain to them.
Let's remember that as professionals that work inside people's homes, we must be polite, friendly, caring, and patient. Our biggest challenge is to verify customers are comfortable with our presence in their homes. Thus, we must validate our actions in the customer's home, make customers more likely to trust us.
Always make sure you give the customer as much as possible in terms of information, in terms of how to use his service before you even walk out the door. And another thing is also to always take time to confirm the work order, because like just for simple HBO that the customer was supposed to have, and then you didn't check that, he didn't check it also, which should before you leave, you might head up with 48 hours callback for that.